today's topic, compassion towards animals, I'm going to read you the auto-written message from Mother Earth. I received it in meditation. I am going to read two messages. One is on compassion towards animals and other is on greed. And both of these topics are interlinked. And both of these topics form a foundation to understand, how we should be treating animals, how we should be creating a bond of divine friendship with them. And this message truly really inspired me. And when I was getting this message, and I felt that it was the foundation for a new earth, a divine earth, a golden earth, and yes, much more. So yeah, that's what I felt like. And these auto-written messages started coming to me when I started taking sessions in PSSM Germany. When by the second session, Mother Earth came to me and she told me that, I want to give you some messages. I will give you 40 messages and you have to read it out to the world. So that's how it started. So when I sit in meditation, a flow of feelings and words come to me, and through that I received these messages. And every message which I have received from her is so important. And it focuses on our inner work, and how inner work can lead to further collective growth of human consciousness on a vibrational level, on a frequency level, on an energy level. So all of these messages are very very powerful, and I genuinely feel that everybody should connect with it. So coming to the message given by her, I first of all request all of you to close your eyes and go into a state of emptiness while receiving these messages, so that you could deeply imbibe them into you. So I'll read the message. It goes as follows. Animals are the divine manifestation of their desire for life. They are divine creatures working towards the balancing of forces of earth and cosmos. They are here on earth serving their purpose of extending and expanding force of life on earth. Animal and human connection started during the creation of divine agreement for the manifestation of humans on earth. There, animals agreed to coexist with humans so that they could come here to experience evolution. Animals and humans have a bond of divine friendship, but the relationship started imbalancing over the course of time when humans went into the patterns of greed and started using animals for their ill desires. The autonomy which was provided to humans when they were entering Earth was not for them to hunt creatures. It was for them to realize their godhood through their free will. It was for them to realize that they are creators. We humans are creators. We are the epitome of friendship, peace, and divinity. We are not destructors. The reason we are behaving absolutely opposite to our own divine nature is because we have forgotten the knowledge that is required to balance the power that is put in our hands. Through knowledge only we will be able to make wise choices, which also furthers the dharma we have taken up. Our dharma is to become creators of peace and oneness. Our power is that we can live as per our wish and make choices as we like. But this freedom is not to be misused, and there is no freedom at the cost of others' freedom. Such behavior is only monstrosity. Our animal gods and plant gods are our friends. They have agreed to give us humans space and place to grow. Let's use this opportunity to grow wisely. The best way to practice compassion towards these divine creatures is through non interference and respect. Let's respect these divine life forms. Through respect only, we will be able to align, connect, and become one with them. Even after what monstrosity the divine life forms have faced, they have only extended love towards all the beings on earth and continued their work balancing and expanding life force on earth. The day humans and wild creatures come into absolute oneness, that is the day when the golden era of earth will start. So, my dear children, let's connect with ourselves in order for us to bring peace on earth. And all that has happened till now was because of non connection with our own divine nature. Let's learn from our own experience and grow from it and move towards divine earth. So that is the message from Mother Earth. So I received auto written message from Sri Ram also, where he explained this message to us. He it goes as follows: the Earth is a planet which harbors place for creatures of all types, kinds, states, frequencies, etc. It is home to billions. We humans are sharing it with multitudes of entities, visible and non visible. The creatures who we coexist with, whom we connect a lot with, are wild creatures. Together with animal gods and plant gods, we have the responsibility of creating a beautiful earth. The creation of a golden and divine earth is only possible through oneness, friendship, and compassion. And friendship and compassion is only possible through spirituality. When we start meditation, when we become spiritual, when we understand who we are, through the deep understanding of who we are, what life is, and the right way of living, through this knowledge, we create a foundation for a divine earth. Let's release the thought patterns of greed and insensitivity from earth and become compassionate by creating the thought patterns of oneness. Connecting with ourselves through our own inner calling only, we will be able to change ourselves and ultimately we will be able to create a golden earth. So that is the explanation given by Master Sri Ram for the message of Mother Earth. So now moving on to the next auto written message from Mother Earth, it is about greed. To be in the message only in the message compassion towards animals, she said that we have to it was said that we have to release the thought patterns of greed and come into oneness and friendship. So we have to understand what is greed in order to be able to tackle greed, the emotion of greed. We have to understand the knowledge about it, where it starts, where does it originates, and how can we clear it. So now let me read you the message of greed from Mother Earth. Greed is an unacknowledged emotion which exists within humanity in a very complex manner. It is very important to identify greed in ourselves, as this particular emotion can be very parasitic. This emotions exists in the collective vibrational grid of Earth, and it has been the cause of many world issues. When we work on this emotion together, we can bring a revolutionary spiritual change in the whole of the planet. This spiritual change will be the start of united spiritual earth, where the whole of the planet becomes one. The reason greed is existing today on earth is because we do not have the proper knowledge to curb it. In order to nullify all of the greed related thought patterns, we need to understand where it starts. When a human faces a lack of addressal or appraisal from others in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, then they start to feel very trivial about themselves. This causes them to feel a lack in themselves. To fill this lack which they feel within themselves, they try to accumulate things. They try to accumulate materialistic things like food, money, jewelry, clothes, weapons, properties, etc. They try to accumulate people and relationship in order to feel love or appreciation, which they were not able to find within themselves for their own selves. In this vicious and poisonous pattern, the humans are trying to binge on all possible things. The lack of self is so tremendous that they completely lose themselves in this pattern. The reason we are consuming meat today is because we have lost ourselves in our greed. We have completely let go of our righteousness and our conscience. That is the reason we are not able to see that we are taking lives in order to fill our stomach. The reason we are living lives at the stake of others' freedom and free will is because we have forgotten our real selves. Every human is a divine manifestation of peace and friendship. We are creators, not destructors. In order to release greed from within ourselves, we need to feel autonomous within ourselves. We need to love ourselves. Instead of going down in this pattern of seeking approval and appraisal from others and trying to feel fulfilled by accumulation of things, we should spend time to realize light and love which already exists in ourselves. Stop searching for what you should give yourself in the outer world. Go within yourself. You will find universes there. Everything is possible by going within. Going within is only possible when you meditate. Once you go within, you will first realize that you are not a body, you are a soul. And this soul of ours is infinite and eternal. It is abundant in every possible manner. There are only miracles when you realize this soul knowledge. Through realization of this soul knowledge, you will be enlightened with eternal bliss. So these are the two messages from Mother Earth. One is on compassion towards animals, and the other is on greed. So in both of these messages, she talks about, how we are divine manifestation of peace and friendship. We are creators, not destructors. We are here to create bonds of friendship, love, and oneness. We are not here to, live at the stake of others' lives. That's what she tries to tell us through this message. And further, she also mentions that we have forgotten our divine nature, and that is the reason we have come down into this pattern of greed, into this pattern of killing. And to change from these patterns and to move towards the pattern of oneness and friendship, we need to realize ourselves. And realizing ourselves is only possible by becoming spiritual. It is only possible when we follow our natural breath. When we follow our natural breath, when we come into the state of emptiness, we will be able to connect with ourselves. When we connect with ourselves, we will realize who we truly are. We are not people who live by killing others. We are not people who fill we are not souls who live by killing others, by by we do not live by uh, uh, filling our stomachs with the dead bodies of animals. So that is not our true nature. It is just that we have come down into this pattern of greed, and we have, when this pattern of greed transform into the patterns of oneness, that is the start of divine earth, golden earth, one earth, united earth. It will be a revolutionary change. It will be a revolutionary spiritual change that we all need to undergo. And it is so important. For this only, many masters have previously taken birth on earth and are still taking birth on earth and have taken birth on earth to convey this message that we are divine creatures, we are souls, we are not our bodies, we are much more than we perceive ourselves to be. So that's what they wanted to convey this message, like Sita, goddess Sita, like goddess Saraswati, and Buddha and Jesus, Allah, all of them wanted to convey this message, that we should not, we are not what we think we are. We should not go down this pattern of killing others. And the truth is simple, that we are gods, we are masters. And when we realize the soul knowledge, we will stop this pattern of killing. Yeah. So spirituality, meditation will help us to, you know, change this part of ourselves and go into divinity. Yes, so this message is so important to me, because previously when I came into meditation, I used to get so many visions of Mother Earth, and I used to see that, she's crying tears of blood, and she's in so much of pain. And one day when I was meditating on 21st June, I was sitting in meditation where everybody was collectively meditating. Sir Patriji told us to gave us this you know he gave us this goal that 1 million people meditators should meditate together at the same time. Then when I was meditating, I connected with Mother Earth, and I connected with her motherhood, her her femininity, her sensitivity, and her love. And I felt so much in oneness with her. From there, I understood what pain she was undergoing. So in my vision, I saw that she was deeply wounded with our actions and our behaviors. So whatever we are doing, which is harming the planet in the whole, so that is so painful for her. And so I saw wounds all over her body, and I felt so bad that because of us she's feeling like that. So I saw that, and one in a session when I was going to take session on New Earth, so there I saw tears of blood coming out of her eyes. So I saw all of her pain, whatever we are doing, whatever the, not just meat eating, also the actions of violence which we do, wars and killing, and when we gossip, when we say hurtful words to others, when we have this thoughts of jealousy, when we have extreme rage, all of these patterns within us are hurting her so deeply. So I saw the pain which she was undergoing, and it was so hurtful to me. But when I was receiving this message, I felt her ecstasy, that we are talking about this divine aspect of non-killing, love, friendship, oneness, and united earth, one earth, divine earth, golden earth. When we are discussing about this, and when we are discussing this very important knowledge of live and let live, she felt this ecstasy, and it deeply moved me, because I felt tears in my eyes, and it was very overwhelming, and it was so I cannot express it in words. Words are not expressed to uh, tell you that soul feeling. So when I felt her ecstasy, I felt so happy. She wants us to change from the thought patterns of greed and killing to oneness and friendship. She wants it so deeply. Uh, just because we are doing these sessions, it is so joyful for her, blissful for her. So it is our responsibility to convey this message to everybody, each and everybody in this world, and it is our responsibility to do sessions like this. So yeah. And once when I was meditating, I was not doing spreading vegetarianism by then. So when I got connected to Mother Earth, before connecting to Mother Earth, I was feeling this sadness. I used to spread meditation, but I was not into spreading vegetarianism. So when I got connected to her, I expressed my sadness with her, and I told her, why am I feeling this sadness within me? Why am I not feeling purposeful? So then she told me that, your purpose is to become the spokesperson for all the animals, plants, and wild creatures. So, when she said this to me, I realized that it is not just my purpose, it is the purpose of all the pyramid masters. first purpose is to spread meditation, and second purpose is to spread vegetarianism. That is why here we are collected as PSSM together with Patriji, and we are spreading this message of vegetarianism to everybody. We are spreading this message of ahimsa to everybody. We have to become the spokesperson for, all the plants and animals. They are not able to convey their feelings, so instead of them, we have to convey their feelings of their want for freedom. So in another vision of mine, I got connected to all the animal kingdom, plant kingdom, bird kingdom, fishes, reptile, all these wild creatures, and they asked me, I whenever I see visions and messages like this, I don't take it only for myself. I understand that it is for all of the humanity. So they told me that they want freedom. All they want is their freedom. They want to live freely. They want to live peacefully. They want to be there for themselves. They want to live life like they want to do it. So they want to live freely. That is the message they gave to me. So the first and foremost that we have to understand that animals are not here to serve the needs of humans or desires of humans, ill desires of humans. They're here for themselves. They're here to enjoy their lives. They're here to serve their purpose of balancing forces of earth and cosmos. They are here for themselves. We need to understand it very deeply. So they are our friends. They are not our food. It's so important to understand that when we come out of our ego, when we come out of ego, then only we will be able to understand that how to respect these divine life forms. So all of these messages and visions, they deeply moved me and gave me this knowledge about vegetarianism and how important it is to create a bond of friendship with every life form, and how to respect them truly. I understand it from these messages and these visions. And just like Mother Earth said, we can only show compassion through respect and non-interference. When we don't interfere with their lives, and when we let them be, then when we respect their life, who they are, and how, what their life forms, like who they are, then only we will be, then that is the true compassion. That's what Mother Earth have said, conveyed to us through this message. And whenever I have heard many experiences from other meditators. One of my friends, she recently came into meditation few months ago. She came to me and she told me, I hear cries of others in my meditation. So I when she said this to me, I asked her if she used to eat meat. Then she said that yes, I used to eat meat. Then I conveyed it to her that you're hearing the cries of all the animals whom you have killed. So you have to sit in meditation, and you have to ask forgiveness deep from your heart. Then only you will be able to release this. And that's what I conveyed to her. The reason she's listened to her these cries is because the animals wanted to convey to her that they want her to come into this path of ahimsa, and they wanted her to come into the path of peace. They conveyed it to her directly in her meditation that we want you to spread this message about vegetarianism. And this message is not only to for her, it is also for us. Others meditational experiences are also our meditational experiences. So they are so to the totality of humankind, they are conveying this message that please, we want to live our life, please let us be, don't take our freedom. So that is what they want to convey to us. So we have to thank Patriji for spreading this message, and because of him only I learned the importance of vegetarianism. I was vegetarian previously also, but I didn't know its in intensity, how important it is. It is not enough to know it, we have to understand it, we have to feel it, we have to feel the importance of vegetarianism and ahimsa. And we when, like Mother Earth says, when we create this divine bond with animals, when we become one with them, then only we will be able to create a divine earth. And these messages, this session, this Varalakshmi ma'am's message, this is the start of it, this is the foundation for the new earth and the divine earth that is coming to us. So let's ready ourselves, become ready. Let's prepare ourselves for this divine earth. And for that we have to relentlessly spread this message of vegetarianism. It is so important. When we stop these patterns of greed, when we stop the not killing, then only we will be able to experience the divinity of the diviner that is coming to us. It is so important. And thank you very much